Howdy friends, welcome to Al's Dog Training Tips. This is season 3, episode number 4, and today's topic is tactical treat jars. So there's a lot of things I'm trying to do as a dog trainer when I'm interacting with a client. I'm trying to help them to understand the technical aspect of dog training, which is, how do they use their leash and their training collar? How do they use their food and their toys? How should they be moving their body? And when should they be using their voice? The other side of it is I'm also trying to help people develop a dog training habit to where they're actually training their dog and getting the dog to learn some things, and then also learn how to apply those things under a vast variety of circumstances. The third thing that I'm trying to help people do is to be organized in their dog training, and that's what today's dog training tip is going to be about, is about organizing yourself. There's a lot of different ways to go about this, and if you've just gotten a puppy, let me give you one tip before we get into the main chunk of what I want to talk about today. Wear a treat pouch. If you wear a treat pouch, it makes things a lot easier. However, not everybody, including myself, always has a treat pouch with them. So what are some things that you can do to be able to help you? Well, the big one that I want to discuss today is the tactical treat jar. Okay, yeah, that's kind of funny that it's tactical, but maybe it's not. But it is placed with some thought, because you need to have your treat jars in places where it's going to be easy for you to be able to reinforce your dog for behaviors that you want when you're very unlikely to not be wearing your treat pouch. Okay, so this is one of the treat jars that I use in my house. So this guy right here, okay, is near the entrance to my front door. And the reason that I have it there is I want to make it very easy for me to, one, reinforce my dogs when they're in heel position as I'm meeting somebody, or two, reinforce my dogs for being on a platform or in some kind of downstay. It makes it very, very easy for me to be able to do that when I'm not wearing a treat jar, because really, who has their treat pouch on them when the doorbell rings? Most people don't. And you're going to need an easy way to be able to help your dog understand that, hey, what you're doing right now is exactly what I want you to do. We've got to make our training meaningful, and by stashing these treat jars in strategic places around your house, it can be helpful. So I use 2 right now. I have one in my bedroom, and I have one close to the front door. My home isn't all that big, so that treat jar actually is close to the front door and kind of in the midline between my living room and my kitchen. So let me give you just one more circumstance where I've used this treat jar to really help myself. The other day I was training with Gabby, Alpha, and Jericho. I had Gabby was on the couch. She was not necessarily training, but I wanted her to stay on the couch. I had Alpha on an elevated bed, and I had Jericho in a crate. And as they were all there, staying and being attentive, I would go to the treat jar, and then I would go and reward each individual dog. I'd go to the front door, I would come back to the treat jar, and then I would reward them again for being nice and calm and staying where I asked them to. So that's just one way that you could use a tactical treat jar to make it easier for you. Now, please be careful in overusing your treat jar, because you don't want to make your dog fat by just handing them endless treats. You want to use this to supplement what you're already doing by maybe hand feeding your dog. All right, guys, well, that's it for today's tip. I hope this one was really useful. If it was useful for you, why don't you give this video a thumbs up? It really helps the channel, and it's greatly appreciated. And if you'd like to get more content like this, please be sure to subscribe and then click that notification bell. Well, hey, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day and happy training.